Hello there. Welcome to another discussion video. Today's topic is what I alluded to at the end of my end of the year pickups part 2 video yesterday or earlier today, depending whenever the hell you watch it. I'm going to be going over what games I beat in 2024. Unfortunately, it was not a lot. This year I was only able to beat 17 games. Pretty much a drop in the bucket, but yeah, it is what it is. So we're just going to go through these games, and I'm going to tell you if I enjoyed them, if I thought they were okay, if they were So before I get started, the first game that I'm going to talk about briefly, because I cannot hold it up because I don't have a physical copy of it, I beat the campaign of Halo Infinite. And it was, for the most part, alright. It felt a bit bloated in some areas, but overall, I had a decent enough time with it. The gameplay was solid. Story was 50-50 for the most part, but I would say that the story of Infinite was better than Halo 5, for sure. Mainly because, you get to play as Chief for the whole fucking game. Amazing, isn't it? But overall, Halo Infinite, the campaign of it was solid enough. So, with that out of the way, now on to the games I can actually show you. So first up, I beat Immortals of Avium. I really did enjoy this game. I know when it came out, it was very hit and miss in terms of like the performance and whatnot. But I really had no issues with it, and I like the concept. Basically, a first-person shooter, but with magic instead of regular guns. I enjoyed it. I believe that this game, which I don't know if the studio was shut down. I could be wrong. I think they were shut down. Don't quote me. But I do hope to see this franchise, if it becomes a franchise, do better. Because I think with the sequel, they could definitely knock it out of the park and like refine things from this first game. So I enjoyed it. I would love to see a sequel. Next, I beat Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Great game, great RPG. I'm not the biggest fan of Final Fantasy VII. I like it, but to me, it's too much. To me, this is the one title that Square really milked the ever-loving fuck out of. But that being said, it's still a phenomenal game. It was a great remake. I do have Rebirth. I just haven't played it yet. But spoiler alert. But I enjoyed it. It was a good, decent, as the name implies, remake. It's annoying that it's not the full it's not the game. It's not the full remake, that they split it up into 3 parts. That's annoying. But other than that, it's still pretty good, pretty solid. Moving along, we have Star Wars Republic Commando for the Switch. This is a great game. It's a first-person shooter set during the Clone Wars, where you play as a squad of clone commandos, and it was very fun. I enjoyed it. I know that there was a sequel planned, but it was dropped. It'd be nice to see if it got revived, but I doubt it. But it'd be kind of nice to see for something different. So I recommend it for sure. Moving along, we have Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, PS3. Great game, really nice, fun hack and slash, beat 'em up type of game where you play as Darth Vader's secret apprentice. A lot of fun, and I like the DLC in this game because in the DLC basically covers the dark ending where in that ending you are committed to the dark side, and then you go off and you basically hunt. You hunt for R2-D2 and C-3PO with the plans for the Death Star. You go to Tatooine, you fight Ben, you go to Hoth and fight Luke and actually turn him to the dark side. So it was really nice, kind of what if type of scenario for this game and the universe as a whole. So really enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. Moving along, I beat Clive Barker's Jericho on 360. Pretty good first-person shooter. Very Fear-like. It very much reminded me of Fear, and it was fun. Each members of your squad have different powers that you can jump into and use, and then when they die, you go to another squad member, and vice versa. And it was fun. It was very. I could tell it was Clive Barker because even though I haven't seen all the Hellraiser movies, this also screamed Hellraiser. So it was good. I enjoyed it. Next, for PS5, I beat Solstice. This was another pretty decent game. It's a hack and slash where you play as two sisters, and very Devil May Cry like. That's what reminded me of the most was Devil May Cry, and I had a decent enough time with it. It scratched that itch that I was having. So moving along, I beat Astral Chain finally on the Switch. I remember getting this when it first came out and playing like an hour and then just not getting bored. Just it wasn't holding my attention, so I went on to something else. Decided to finally return to it. It was good. It was. I could see why this is one of Platinum's highly rated games for sure. Didn't really care too much for the whole solving crimes aspect of it. I know it's part of the overall game, but that just didn't really just. I was always kind of bored with that. Came to that aspect of the game, but overall, it was solid enough. Moving along, Transformers: Fall of Cybertron on PS3. Beat this. Great sequel. Great. I want to see if it's an ending to this series because technically, sort of, there is a third game, kind of. But it was fun. It was more of the same, but at the time, I needed that. It was very fun. I loved playing as Grimlock in this. He's my favorite next to Optimus is probably Grimlock, so that was fun to play as him. Next, I beat Devil's Third on Wii U. I'm probably one of the only 10 people who have played this and beat it. Probably, I don't know, but I beat it. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I don't understand, even when it was announced and people were looking at it. I never could understand why people were having so much issues with it. It was very campy, but very fun hack and slash first person shooter. I enjoyed the hell out of this. Excuse me. I will say it was kind of jank at some points where I'm fighting. At one point in the game, I'm fighting regular soldiers, just regular run of the mill, musclehead soldier army guys, whatever. And then suddenly I'm fighting what looks to be like POWs from Resident Evil. It was weird. It was fun, but it was just kind of threw me off a little bit with that. But I enjoyed it. If you have a Wii U and you have this game and if you get to play it, give it a shot. I had a blast with it. It was a lot of fun. Next, Star Wars. Good God. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. The first game. It was fun. Very Gears of War like. I had known nothing about this universe at all. I just picked this up on the whim the 1 month because the sequel was coming out and I wanted to, familiarize myself with the first game. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. But yeah, it's Gears of War like. So if you like Gears of War, looking for something a little different, Warhammer. Next, Star Wars Outlaws. I played it, beat it. I enjoyed it. It was I enjoyed the story. I liked the two main characters, Kay and ND5, I think, is the droid. It was fun. it was something different. You weren't a Jedi. You weren't you weren't working for the Rebels or the Empire. You were basically a Han Solo type character, and it was fun. It was fun playing something different. So that's why I got to hand it to Ubisoft. You need something different. So I'd say I'd recommend it for sure. Plus, there's been a whole lot of updates now that have really balanced the game and made it not as glitchy and whatnot, which I never run into too many glitches. A couple like graphical glitches, but other than that, nothing too major. Nothing crashed on me, so that's always good. But yeah, I recommend it for sure, especially when it goes on sale. So, RoboCop Rogue City. This was fun. I'm not a huge fan of RoboCop. I do like the movies. It's not like, my die-hard thing. They're fine. But this game was a lot of fun. If you played the Terminator, Terminator Resistance, this is made by the same people as that, and it's very similar. So it was a good first-person shooter. I had fun with it. So next, Ghost of Tsushima. I finally beat this game. This game took me the longest to beat. I think I have like over 300 hours into it. And I didn't even do all the side missions. So yeah, it was good. I'm not gonna say much because I'm sure this game has been talked about to death. But overall, I had fun with it. Looking forward to the sequel. And yes, I'm looking forward to the sequel because it has a woman. I don't give a shit. Is it a good game? Okay, good story. I'll play it. I swear some gamers are fucking retarded. Moving along, the Callisto Protocol. I had some PS5, but I got a Series X version as well because I like the game. I double dip on certain games. This is no exception. I love this game. It was a lot of fun. It scratched that Dead Space itch before the Dead Space remake came out. I played a little bit of the DLC. I've not played it all the way through yet because I got kind of lost. So I need to go back to it at some point. But overall, as the overall game as a whole, a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. If you've been looking for something that is like Dead Space and you're not sure, check it out. It's pretty cheap now. It's on Series X, Xbox One, PS4, PS5, PC. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets like a Switch 2 port at some point. I enjoyed it. It was for a new IP, a new survival horror IP. It scratched all those itches that I was having. So, definitely recommend it. And then finally, the last game that I beat in 2024. None other than Deadpool for Xbox One. This was a great game. I had it when it first came out on PS3, and it was just a fun hack and slash, Devil May Cry like game with Deadpool. There's plenty of fourth wall breaks and gags, especially in terms of like the gaming industry and gaming tropes as a whole. So it was fun. It was a fun game, a fun little romp. So that is it. That is all the games that I beat in 2024. Hopefully 2025 I'll be able to beat a tad more. We shall see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little discussion video, and I will see you in the future with more content.